Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Otsego City Council meeting. Tonight is Monday, November 25th. Audra, can you have the record show that our city attorney is present, our city planner is absent this evening, our city engineer is present, all council members are present, along with our city assistant city administrator and our city administrator. At this time, I'll ask you all to join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Our first item of this evening is our open forum. This is the portion of the meeting where you can come to the podium, state your name and address, and limit comments to 5 minutes or less. Would anyone like to speak at this time? Yes.
Hi,
Hello.
Ann Van Steenhouse, 15037 84th Street Northeast. It's not a question, it's just a comment. Every time I call the city hall, someone is always answering the phone and directing me to where I need to go. I like that feel of a small town, even though we keep on expanding, and I don't want it to change. We didn't get into the nitty-gritty when we talked budget, but that's one thing I really like about this town, that when I have an issue or a problem, I've met the mayor several times on different occasions when it was just out on small, well, in my opinion, it was just a talk about our park redo, and she was there, and I liked that. I liked that she was approachable, and same with the other members of council that were present. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments? All right, we will close the open forum and move on to consider our agenda for approval. Does anyone have anything that they would like to add or delete at this time? A motion be in order if no one has any changes.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, Brittany?
I'll move to approve the agenda as written.
Second.
Motion by Brittany, seconded by Jeff. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Moving on to our consent agenda, a motion would be in order.
Madam Mayor, I'll
Yes,
move
Brittany?
to approve the consent agenda as written.
Second.
Motion by Brittany, seconded by Tina. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Moving on to item 4.1, franchise fee ordinance. I will turn this over to our city administrator.
Mayor, council, thank you. In the packet is a recommendation to adopt an ordinance amending a franchise fee ordinance. So in 2022, the city adopted ordinance 2022-09 that implemented a franchise fee on Wright Hennepin Electric. Since that time, it's come to our attention that certain parcels within the city are paying multiple franchise fees due to the way that Wright Hennepin structures their account and meters per account and the way the ordinance is written. So city staff, the city attorney, and legal representation for Wright Hennepin have prepared an ordinance amendment, discussed implementation of this so that it goes forward the way that the city intended to. So in the packet, there is an ordinance. There is a publication summary of that ordinance. And then also in the memo, I've outlined that there would be a rebate program implemented. The city staff would advertise through the newsletter, on the city website, and any other avenues to make sure that we reach those Wright Hennepin customers that were paying multiple fees. So this would initiate in January 2025 upon implementation. And staff is proposing concluding after 6 months, but that is open for discussion. So again, the ordinance in the packet is a red line version, so you can see what those verbiage changes are. And staff can answer any questions from the council.
Okay, questions for council? I guess I want to make sure that we talked about the rebate. We know that there are some people that have been getting charged 2 fees based on having 2 meters on their
Correct.
property. Are we able to, I mean, I obviously advertising newsletter, putting it on the website. I see the papers here this evening. But does Wright Hennepin have a way to identify it by kind of, I guess, address? It just seems like if we know who has the 2 meters, we should be able to reach out to them directly.
Yeah, mayor, council, staff could request a list of accounts from Wright Hennepin that they believe would fall into this category.
Okay.
I would still want to use those other methods just in case we're not reaching a customer
Sure.
that does have 2, but certainly we could do that and then direct mail them a rebate form.
Perfect. I'm fine with you doing those other avenues.
Yep.
I just think that if there's a way for us to work with Wright Hennepin to figure out who those were, it was never intended that they should be paying twice, so I
Right.
help get that taken care of for them.
And again, mayor and council, most commonly, this is large rural properties that may have a residential home and a outbuilding, potentially an agricultural property that has farming operations that may have more than 1 meter or account on their parcel.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
so then Adam, there's a form that they'll fill out. Will they have to fill that out at City Hall and meet with someone at City Hall? Or is there gonna be a form online they can print, fill out, bring in? Do you have an idea what that looks like?
Mayor, we would intend to do both, online fillable PDF form to make it as easy as possible. They could submit that with copies of their invoices showing the 2 fees. We would put a specific email address on there so that they can get that and we can turn it around and process it for payment. Certainly, we would accept people filling that form out at City Hall as well.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions?
Madam Mayor,
Yes,
I
sir.
think you said that we would only have that program for about 6 months.
That was just a starting point. I'm open to discussion on keeping it open for upwards of a year. I do think the rebate eligibility would just be during the first 1.5 to 2 years of implementation. So going forward, the amendment will allow that fee to be corrected. And so we'd want to have some sort of end date on the program just to encourage people to get it in and that we can refund them. And then not having this ongoing liability out there.
I know it's not part of the ordinance, but I would be in favor of a 1-year
Okay.
view of that.
I think there's not really, I don't see a problem with extending it to a year
Okay.
but doing all the avenues. And so hopefully at the reading,
Yeah, that will
what it
allow us to get it in multiple newsletters.
Right.
Extended duration for advertisement. So.
Yeah, I would agree with that. As long as we're getting out to everyone with the newsletters, and then Wright County is also doing that too. Just notifying everyone the way that they should, because not everyone has social media or are online. So just making sure that everyone is getting this notification so they have time to get it in would be great.
Understood.
Thank you.
all right. Any other questions or comments? A motion would be in order.
Make a motion.
Okay.
Motion to adopt ordinance 2024-12, implementing an electric service franchise fee on Wright Hennepin Cooperative Electric Association. Motion to approve the publication summary of ordinance 2024-12 and authorize staff to publish in summary form.
Is there a second?
Second,
Motion by Tina, seconded by Brittany. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Moving on to city council reports and updates. Heritage Preservation Commission. Brittany?
thank you, Mayor. HPC is now going to quarterly meetings for the month. Well, so December, January, and February. They will resume in March. But otherwise, that's it.
Okay.
They can stay off those roads if they get bad.
All right. Park and Rec Commission.
Park and Rec, we did not meet.
Okay.
I will put a plug in though for Santa Day on the 14th, which is probably put in another plug on December 9th, but hopefully we have,
Perfect.
it's usually a big event. Good
Yes.
turnout.
Planning Commission, same as Park and Rec. We have not had any meetings, so I have no update. Public Safety Commission, both Tina and I were gone. Ryan, you were present.
It was a very brief meeting. We just discussed some of the recent approvals from the council and the fire department, and then talked a little bit about the e-bike ordinance that we passed.
Okay.
That was it.
Did they have questions on it or just more clarification?
Yeah, they wanted to kind of know the differences, but I had a copy of the ordinance there, so.
Great. Great. We are still under City Council reports and updates. Does anyone else have anything?
Mayor, quick,
Yes, Jeff.
is there any talk or conversations about any celebrations going on next year for Otsego's 35th anniversary of being a city?
We have not talked about,
Okay,
but we definitely, so when we did the 25-year one, it was just kind of we just put it out there for residents and kind of spearheaded that, if people wanted to join it, and we held it over at the Public Works Garage. So if you're interested, if you want to spearhead it, or we can talk with staff. And
Okay.
we
Great.
didn't put a budget for anything, so you may need to talk to Park and Rec to see what we can do about that.
perfect. Okay, thank you.
Madam Mayor, you know what I did forget? The tree light ceremony.
It's tomorrow night.
Yeah, 6 p.m.
All right, any other council updates? Okay, moving on to staff reports and updates. Sabrina,
Thank you, Mayor. No updates.
Adam,
Mayor, update on one recruitment. We did receive 49 applications, I believe, for the recreation programmer position. So interviews were conducted last week, and a recommendation to the council will be coming at a future meeting. Earlier today, I did send an email out to the council members for mayor for 2025 about some elected official training through the League of Minnesota Cities. So please check your emails and let me know if you are interested in that. And then one quick reminder, city offices are closed this Thursday and Friday for the holiday.
thank you. Audra,
Thank you, Mayor. Just to let everybody know, the advisory commission application process will start next month in December, and then that'll close in January. More information will be on the website.
thank you. Dave,
Nothing to report. Thanks, Mayor.
okay. I've heard, is Dan online?
Yes, he is.
Do you have any
And
update?
council members. We will actually have a planning commission meeting next Monday. We have an industrial development that's looking to amend the comprehensive plan. We also have draft regulations regarding cannabis businesses and an initial discussion of an M1 mixed use zoning district.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ron,
Just one project that just started, Otsego Creek Rehab, in the Prairie Point development. That started and that's to be completed by around Christmas with weather permitting, excepting the replacement trees would be planted in the spring.
all right, I don't see Wright County Sheriff's Office, so we have no updates from them. If no one else has anything, then a motion to adjourn would be in order.
Second.
Motion by Tina, seconded by Jeff. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. The meeting is ended. Thank you all for attending this evening.